I wanted to start off before I jump right into the episode here. I wanted to start off. I know this isn't a One Piece review, but One Piece is a big part of this channel, so you probably watch both. I just wanted to give a thanks to my good friend Zach for picking me up this amazing, really cool Nico Robin figure at Anime Boston. Of course, it was a while ago, but I just added it to my desk and I just sort of rearranged my work desk here to make it like nice, and I had this figure in my desk, so I thought I'd give him a shout out and thank him again. I don't know if you're watching this, but it's an awesome figure, and I love it, so thanks. Now let's get on with the review. Today we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 9, The Battle of the Bastards, and this episode was fantastic. It is not my favorite episode of the series by a long shot, but it was I give it a 9 out of 10. And it was fantastic. It was great. I think it's so far, I don't know how the finale is going to treat us, but I think it's the second best episode of this season behind the episode 5, which is my favorite episode of the show. And I guess I'll jump right in here and start talking about it, because they only addressed two arcs, except for one that converged in, which is the Greyjoy arc is now part of the Daenerys arc. So they pretty much addressed Daenerys and what's going on in Meereen, and Jon and Sansa and what's going on in the North. So I feel like Daenerys' plot was a little, I wouldn't say bad, but it was a little cheesy, a little predictable. I feel like Daenerys is becoming too cocky for her own good, and I feel like that's actually good for the series, because it might lead to her downfall. If she doesn't, what if you get twisted if she's not able to conquer Westeros? That would be interesting. Like, not able to conquer Westeros. Like, I know she's probably going to come there right when the White Walkers are invading. So what if she's not able to what if she fails before she even gets? What if she never gets to Westeros? Would be interesting. But she's definitely getting too cocky for her own good. And I feel like though they technically, something going on. What the hell? That was weird. Anyway, so she's definitely getting too cocky for her own good, and it's going to hurt her in the long run. But the battle was okay. I feel like, why didn't she just immediately arrive and burn all the ships like she saw attacking her? I don't understand why she waited like a whole night. It seemed like she waited, but I don't know. The battle did seem a little too easy. I feel like they had too easy of a time. I think it was a little contrived, unless the battle's not actually over. But I do think it's over. I do think it is, and it was just a little contrived. And a lot of stuff this season has been contrived because they don't have the expert material. It's still a 10 out of 10 show, so I can't argue with it. But it is definitely, some of the stuff has become a little contrived, and it's definitely shown through that. It seems like Theon and Yara have arrived and formed the alliance very quickly. They're traveling very quickly, and I like how they're picking up the pace, because they're getting very close. We're leading into Endgame. I feel like I feel like this finale will officially cross the bridge into from the rest of the series to the Endgame. So I guess they're moving very fast, but it's obviously for a reason. So Theon and Yara have successfully formed an alliance with Daenerys. And so my question to you guys is, now you've seen the episode, you know that Ramsay is gone and Joffrey has been taken out for multiple seasons now. So do you think that Euron is going to become the new I hate asshole? Or do you think it's a little too late in the game for that kind of childish stuff? I don't know, it's trivial stuff, I mean. Like, right now, I think because we're coming up Endgame, do you think it's a little too late to implement a new asshole character? But, I mean, I'd like to hear some discussion on that. It would be interesting. But, I believe in the books, I don't know if they haven't addressed this in the show, Euron has a horn that has the ability to control dragons. And if he has that in the show, they haven't even mentioned it in the show, I don't think. But if he has that in the show, and it actually is valid, it's not just him both like talking out of his ass. Daenerys is gonna have a lot of shit, because Theon and Yara think, oh, now that we're allied with Daenerys and we have the Dothraki horde, we have dragons, we have the Unsullied, we can easily take out Euron. But if Euron has that horn, there's pretty much nothing they can do, and Euron will win. And wouldn't that be a fucking big twist if Euron actually wins? That would be interesting. But so I'm gonna wrap up Daenerys plot because everyone knows we're here for the Jon Snow plot in the North. So before the battle, they're preparing. I thought it was a little out of character, the argument between Jon and Sansa, especially how they. I feel like they would purposely try to not argue anymore. I feel like I don't understand. That felt a little out of character, but that was pretty much the only bad thing out of this arc. So we see, and when Davos was walking around at night, and he found Shireen's doll. I noticed two things. Do you think he finally realizes what happened to Shireen? Do you think he's going to kill Melisandre? I know he's definitely going to confront her, but is he going to kill her? And maybe that's her exit of the story. I don't know, because as much as I would like it to be, I have a gut feeling Melisandre is not an endgame character. But I do want to do a video one day on who I believe are endgame characters, because it's only a couple. But I do believe there's certain characters that are so pivotal to the story of Ice and Fire that the song of Ice and Fire, that they will not be killed. And I don't not think Melisandre is an endgame character, but I will talk about that in another video. So do you think Davos is going to get fucking pissed and kill Melisandre, realize we had Stannis fell because of Melisandre's influence, we can't let Jon fall the same way? And that would be a really interesting approach. I'd like to see that approach, but who knows? Maybe the show won't have enough balls to do that. Sorry, I love your show. I don't mean to insult you. I love your show. And I also noticed, I thought Ramsay's character, he's never honest. He's always a conniving asshole liar. So why didn't he do a surprise attack? I thought that would have been perfect for Ramsay's character, like to just do a secret surprise attack at night, and Davos was going to see it and go back and warn Jon. But he didn't do it. So I guess Ramsay finally turned to honor. I don't know, but as you see how he kills Rickon, it's not really honorable. By the way, Rickon's death was very hard to watch, but I didn't really care because Rickon isn't a really developed character. We barely know him. He's not really a good, strong character that anyone really cares about. I don't think anyone was too affected by his death. So, if he's not a strong character, if he's not a popular character or a strong character, and he's not a mean character, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't really care, to be honest. But it instigated and it started the battle, so I guess that was the purpose of it. The battle was epic. It was very constructed. It was very well constructed. It was really interesting to watch. I felt like the stakes weren't there as much, simply because we knew at this point they would not bring back Jon to kill him again right now. So I knew they weren't going to lose. Maybe they got captured, I don't know, but I didn't feel like they were going to lose the Battle of Winterfell. The second Battle of Winterfell. I didn't really feel like they were going to lose. So the stakes were pretty much gone there. However, when Jon was being crushed, and the dramatic music was playing, was I the only one that thought maybe that would be when his Azor Ahai power is activated, and maybe he used all the powers to wipe out the armies or something, or just floated up with the Azor Ahai powers now? I feel like that would have been a little too overdramatic. However, that would have been awesome. I think that would have been a lot more epic than what they did. But did anyone else feel that? That's what I thought was going to happen. So even though it was very predictable, I was sort of surprised that it didn't. Now we know what happened, that the Littlefinger arrived based on Sansa's letter. If Littlefinger was going to arrive anyway, why didn't Sansa tell Jon about the letter? There was no point to her not telling Jon about the letter. It didn't make sense, but whatever. Anyway, so we see that fuck, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, so obviously Littlefinger's army arrives and saves the day. But yeah, so that was very predictable, but it wouldn't have been cool if Jon activated his Azor Ahai powers while the dramatic music's playing per stat of the thing. That would have been awesome. But, so the question is, now that they've retaken Winterfell, will Jon leave Sansa and go back to the Wall or no? I really don't know. It could be it's a 50-50 thing. What I think is going to happen, though, and this is a season finale prediction, I have no idea. I feel like it's 50-50 at this point if they're going to go this route. I think, this is just speculation, don't take my word on it. Wouldn't it be awesome if I was right? But I think Next episode, the White Walkers will destroy the wall, and or not destroy it, or make it through the wall. One of the two. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I have a feeling, and that will trigger. Now will begin the War for the Dawn. So I think we're getting really close to the War for the Dawn, and I don't know, but we'll see next episode. They might do it, they might not do it, they might wait till next season. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see you guys back here next week to talk about that, obviously. This review is not over yet. How do you like it so far? Anyway, I thought... I didn't think Jon... I knew Jon was going to let Sansa finish off, and the way Ramsay went down an asshole... In my opinion, I hate Ramsay more than Joffrey. Controversial opinion, but it's my opinion. So the way he went was perfect. The best way they could have handled that scene, other than cutting off his dick first, or feeding his dick. That would have been so good. But one of the best ways they could have handled this scene, the way Sansa acts in this scene is amazing. It's a perfect scene, and the way they ended it was perfect. However, I do think there is a plausible chance that she is pregnant with Ramsay's baby. I don't know. But I just have this feeling based on the dialogue that's spoken and the tension between the characters and the way the music cues and everything. Wouldn't that be a great twist? And it really brings back the question of nature versus nurture in A Song of Ice and Fire, because we know that Roose was horrible and Ramsay's horrible, and we know that Tywin was horrible. Well, Tywin and Jaime used to be horrible, and Cersei's horrible, and then we have Joffrey. So is it a question, is it genetic that they're assholes, or is it the way they're raised? Because they're obviously raised horribly and abused and treated horribly. So one of the two, I think, will bring out that behavior. And it wonders if Sansa raises the baby, and we also have the whole thing with Craster and the wildling baby with Sam. But if Sansa raises the baby in Winterfell with maybe a future husband, or maybe just by herself, will it become a good person if she has the baby? That's the question. But yeah, final verdict. This was an amazing episode. Really enjoyed it. Had a couple problems with this, but then again, I have a couple problems with every episode. So really enjoyed it. Really looking forward to the finale last week. I'm hoping we see some more Bran stuff, because that's the storyline I'm most invested in right now, and that's the storyline that means everything, really. So I think that's about the wrap up for this review. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.